This was the house of Louis, and this extension was made by his son George. So this building was built in 1878. This building was created in 1900.
More than 100 years.
122 years. And this decor, this style is very, very special. It's called the Art Nouveau, the new art, the Jugendstil. And it's very famous, it's very rare now today, but in 1900, when it was built, it was extremely modern. And somewhere a little bit shocking, because it was really new, really creative. You know, it was something that most of the people never see before. It was very, very new. And this was created by Georges. Georges is the guy here on the piano. He is the son of Louis. And I believe Georges he really wanted to break the rules, to push the boundaries. You know. Innovation is a key word, and I think that thanks to Georges, innovation is the DNA of Louis Vuitton since 1900. Anyway, this is the house of Louis, and Louis had a fantastic success story. Because he was born in a very poor family in 1821. He was born in the mountain in the Jura, which is next to Switzerland, far away from Paris. But at the age of 13, only 13, he decided to leave his family and to go to Paris to get a better life. But he has no money, he has no education, so he has to go by foot, 500 kilometers. It will take 2 years because he has to stop from playing, you know, to earn some money and keep on traveling. And after 2 years, he arrives in Paris, in a very wide city. Paris at that time is middle-aged city. Still, you know, it's not like the Paris of today. It was, Paris was totally transformed. There is a big works between 1850 and 1870. Which basically made the Paris as you know, but before that Paris was very, very small, dirty, overcrowded, dangerous. Anyway, he will find a place as an apprentice, and he will become a backer. Backer is the guy who, it does not exist anymore, but it was a very important corporation because travel was difficult and painful, and so when you travel, you need someone to prepare your thing, to pack all your belongings. And it was a very important corporation, more than 300 packers. And he became one of the good, famous packers. The stories say that he became the favorite packer of the Empress Eugénie, the wife of Napoleon III. Anyway, in 1854, he decides to start his own business, and he opened the first Louis Vuitton store. 1854, 160 something years ago, and here we are. It's 1851, the middle of the 19th century. It's a big revolution of travel. People start to travel by train or by boat, and travel is a fashion thing. Everybody wants to travel, and so he wants to be part of this big booming business, and voila, he opened the first store. But he's still a packer. Amazingly, he realizes that people are traveling in different ways because in the boats or in the trains, you need to stack the trunks on top of each other, and so you need flat trunks. And he will start producing his own flat trunks, and this will be a big success. This is the beginning of the success of the Louis Vuitton house, the Louis Vuitton Maison. And he will focus and he will start to produce flat trunks, functional, very well made, very qualitative. And after a few years, 5 years only, the success is such that he needs a bigger space for the workshop. And he finds here in Agnières this beautiful piece of land, which is very convenient because we are close to the river. By the river comes all the wood that we need to make the trunks. And we are close to the first station, which goes directly to the city center, so it was very easy to commute from the store to the workshop. Anyway, 1860, he built this workshop, not that one, not the one that we are going to visit, because the first one was destroyed during the war between France and Germany. So there is a new one, but still this is the first ever Louise Vitton workshop. Now we have 20 workshops in France.
Okay.
And this is the first and probably the most important today in terms of image and communication, because this one is dedicated to the special orders, meaning the bespoke products that are made for one customer. If you want to have a special trunk for your collection of pins or watches or whatever, you will go to the Vuitton store in Paravon, for instance, and you will design, you say, well, I want this kind of trunk, and the trunk will be made here. Louis will die here in 1892, and so his son Georges will be the new manager. And as I told you, Georges was really modern, he was really great, he was to innovate, to push the boundaries, and the mother of all innovation is
Josh.
This. This is a fantastic innovation. It is the first ever logo in the world of luxury. There is nothing to be compared to the monogram, because this was created 126 years ago. And for 126 years, it is an undisputed success all around the world. This is absolutely magic. This is the first logo with the LV. We never had the opportunity to see that. We died before the creation of the monogram, which was created by Georges in 1896. And the reason why is he really wanted to make the difference between his own production and the competition. It's a time when all the competitors are more or less using the same kind of design, which are the stripes or the checkers. And in 1896, Georges really wanted something to make the difference between his own production and the competition. It is the beginning of industrial property. So this will be patented and can be protected, and this is very new. And the success is huge, because suddenly not only the luggage are beautiful and well-made, elegant and functional, but also they are different, and this will totally transform the company, and Louis Vuitton will become a luxury brand because it becomes unique and rare. And the rarity, the scarcity of this design will make it the success of the company. So this is really, really unique. And all the luxury brands are using logos today, but this was the first one. Georges had this